We're at the Washington, D.C. Progressive International Motorcycle Show. And usually I'm hanging out with this guy, Kevin, having him help me do some other shows. But guess what? Today he's a competitor in the J&P Cycles Ultimate Builder Competition. So this is a different role for us, Kevin.
It is.
And I am not even going to begin to talk about this bike you got here. So before we get into some of the crazy other shit we do, tell us about this motorcycle.
Well, all I want to say first is what a mentor you've always been to me over the years, Bob. And I haven't competed or shown a motorcycle in a competition in 6 years. And because you called me and you said this was a competition to be at, I brought out this KZ1000 that we just did this year. Basically, it's a 1978 KZ1000. Chopped the whole back half of it off. Took a couple different motorcycles, basically a Buell-style rear swing arm, reversed it, took a GSXR 1000 shock, revalved it, and put a Porsche Cup 1,800-pound spring because of the leverage that we had there. The ZX7R rear wheel, machined it down to fit with so that it would be center with the chain. A little funny story, this fender, everybody flips out about the tail section, which is just basically race foam. I like to use like pieces that pop off and obviously shaves a lot of weight, but this is actually a big wheel bagger front fender. This is actually the back of a big wheel bagger that we chopped.
It's really interesting because it has that same line as those old 900s too. I thought you made that just special.
No, that's what I need, but I could never get, like with my metalworking, I could never get that flip up that. And I was looking at that fender one day, and even though this would normally be down there in the ground, I was like, that's the piece I need. So I cut it out, and then we made everything else around the seat.
That's what it's all about, creativity, man.
And then so we took the whole tunnel out of the so the stock tunnel's still there with a 1976 KZ1000 tank, and but I cleaned that out so that all the electronics and everything could go up underneath. We run a full moto gadget on all the bikes, and then the Motion Pro throttle, Mikuni flat slide carbs. The motor is stock, other than all the bolt-ons. I did put an APE Racing sump pan, APE Racing breather, and then the cam ends just to clean everything up. I got a Buell X1 front end. I had to remake the steering stem, and then I had to modify the top of the frame to take the bearings. And then we tilted the whole frame forward to get about 102 millimeters total trail. My goal was to have a mid-80s endurance bike geometry.
Right.
So fortunately, that area is real well documented, so I was able to pull all the numbers, and I can tell you we actually hit them from our swing arm pivot. So this is very similar to like a 1984 World Endurance bike.
I love them. Super bikes that ran in the 24-hour races and stuff.
So, so we wound up like a 55-inch wheelbase. Again, our 102 millimeters of total trail of the rig. Running all Renthal bars, Renthal chains. My old company, Loaded Gun Customs rear sets. And then again, powder coat paint. Crossover did an amazing paint job. And then a Buell front wheel with new old stock racing. And then the Magura levers. So really wanted a really hot rod, street rod performance bike. A lot of people don't believe it's a 1978.
Right.
And then it got picked up, so it's been doing a little bit of an advertising campaign for my buddies over at Bell Helmets.
So chassis got to be a little bit lighter than a stock setup with all the stuff you whacked off it. How do you keep the front wheel down?
You don't. Actually, this is the second rear tire we've had on there. We put slicks on for the show, but we've been doing burnouts. The front end comes up right away. And again, keep in mind, it's just a stock KZ1000 motor with all the bolt-ons, but it really pulls good. It's super fun and easy to ride, despite how it looks, and really love it.
Well, that stock motor was king of the road back in '78. I mean, I remember I had a buddy that was doing some superbike racing, and I get to ride around town in that thing, and it was just crazy. Like you just said, it wasn't even set up like this, and I couldn't keep the front wheel down.
I think that's what's neat about what you and your generation has taught me about custom motorcycles too. A lot of people don't know that you were involved with AMA road racing, that you road raced yourself, and even though you're known as this Harley guy who made the Jet bikes ride behind you in Sturgis, you cut your teeth on bikes like this, did you not? I mean,
no, that's true. We let them ride with us.
Yeah, I hear all the old stories. But it's neat to be appreciated, and again, man, thank you for calling me and getting me out of the house.
Well, Kevin, this is a beautiful bike. We do have our championship coming up in Chicago next week. That's going to be a little weird if you win here, which you're right in. This retro class is going to be a tough one, but take on 60 bikes in the class. We got 54 pre-registered. The championship is almost full already. So, man, we're looking forward to a big show in Chicago. And I'm glad you're going to be there because I'm going to be worn out, I think, by the end of the weekend.
Well, again, like I said, you know, I get to work with Bob a lot, so it is funny the role reversal. You know, showing a bike again after 6 years in a competition, and I can't wait. I tell you, the Progressive International Motorcycle shows bringing a really eclectic group. It's not just Harley, it's not just one manufacturer. The diversity that you've been able to bring back, man. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You know, back in the days when I started this trip, you had to have a Harley and you had to have a chopper, otherwise nobody bothered to show up. And now we have everything under the sun, and it's so beautiful. And the creativity and expression has gone way beyond what I ever thought. So you're absolutely right. The diversity is what makes this JMP Cycles Ultimate Builder Show the great show that it is.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, man.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah,
I appreciate your practice.
Yeah.